if you've been asking about the guineas, they're doing really well. There they are. And we've got them out in the yard in a little hen house for right now. And 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to release them. It's Friday, November 14th, 2025. Another wild day on Wall Street. Markets all over the place. They were really getting beat up this morning. I believe the NASDAQ finished up in the green. The Dow, they could not save. It was down around 302, but up and down. Gold, silver took a big hit today. As I make this video, Bitcoin down $5,000. So very, very rough day to be in the markets. But I think a lot of people will probably be buying gold and silver over the weekend with this nice pullback. And from what we're seeing, it's higher highs and lower lows as far as the metals. Take advantage of these pullbacks because I believe this stuff is going to go much higher. The economic crisis is now on our doorstep, ladies and gentlemen, and you have to decide what you're going to do to protect yourself from the crisis. Me personally, you know what I'm doing? It's walking close to God, it's food, it's water, it's security, it's gold, it's silver, it's putting some cash away, all those basic things. Comment down below what you're doing. But this thing is on our doorstep now, and it is going to get much worse. CNBC, fewer burritos, more bargains. Consumers flash holiday warning signs. Companies are reporting that high-income shoppers are turning into deal hunters. People want a deal. Even if they have money, they want a deal. Younger consumers, according to the article, are also spending less, hurt by a tough labor market, and of course, the resumption of student loan collection. It says here, sales with retailers have softened in recent weeks. This for many, many retailers. What do you think about this? Will you be spending more this Christmas? Will you be spending less this Christmas? Be very, very careful, ladies and gentlemen. They started Christmas in September, and now they're doing Black Friday before Black Friday. They're doing everything they can to sell as much as they can to anybody willing to buy. Be very, very careful. This is how people get in trouble. And we already see from reports that people will be using their credit cards, buy now, pay later, getting deeper and deeper into debt. AmericanFreePressNetwork.com. Fake money became America's real religion. Very, very good article. I found this on the Steve Quayle website. We've built an empire around something that doesn't actually exist, not in any tangible survivable sense. Our currency, the almighty dollar, is a human invention with no intrinsic value, no caloric energy, no sheltering power. You can't eat it. You can't heat your home with it, and it doesn't grow in the soil, yet people live and die by it. Once money was tied to something real. It was tied to gold, silver, land, grain. But that was severed. We replaced value with belief. And I think a lot of people, and I think a lot of the world is beginning to lose belief in the US dollar. The modern economy is faith-based, and the Federal Reserve is its high priesthood. As long as people believe the illusion, then it holds. When belief falters, then civilizations collapse. We print trillions of dollars and people cheer because free money feels good. And you can bet people are salivating for those $2,000 stimulus checks that they're talking about passing out. But remember this, the bill comes due. There's nothing free, ladies and gentlemen. There's no such thing as a free lunch. The bill always comes due. Now inflation steals what taxation can't. Really, really good points. What are your thoughts on this? They're going to get your money one way or the other. And I think the only way you can really protect it is by owning gold and silver. Because if you just save money, inflation's stealing it. They're going to tax you. They're going to steal it through inflation. Could be bank bail-ins. There's an array of things that they can do to steal your money. But the hardest way to steal it is when you own real money, gold. A World of Debt, theburningplatform.com. In 2010, Reinhardt and Regoff did a study on debt to GDP, and they found that when A country's public debt exceeds 90% of its GDP, its economic growth rates tend to slow down significantly, and economic crisis is not far off. Our debt to GDP ratio is 94.7%, ladies and gentlemen. All you know right now, and what I know, is this is 110% unsustainable. I know this is unsustainable. You know this is unsustainable. They know this is unsustainable. And they're going, I think, to do a rug pull in cryptos. I think they're going to rug pull these markets, rug pull the stock market. I think you have to really, really, really be aware of what's going on here and be really conscious of the damage that is coming. Stock market, cryptos, bonds, massive rug pull coming, in my opinion. Would you be shocked if this happened? Absolutely not. The markets are so melted up. It's unbelievable. They're going to extract every cent from the Treasury and your bank account, and they will do whatever it takes to do it. The United States makes up 34.5% of all global debt. We are in big, big trouble. The world is in big trouble because there's so much debt. You must protect yourself. I was reading a couple articles today and looking at some of these numbers. 74% of realtors have not sold a single home this year. 74% of realtors have not sold a home this year. Does this sound normal to you? Something is definitely wrong. And I find it fascinating that home prices are still at all-time highs. Sales are at what, 20-year lows? And yet home prices are kind of just staying where they're at. We've seen some areas where they've come down a bit. Pardon the noise back here. They're working out in the cotton field. But yeah, it's very interesting to see that this whole thing is completely frozen. Sellers don't want to budge. Buyers can't buy. So we're just watching a whole stalemate here on the chessboard. Things are absolutely frozen. Here's one. Over 5,000 dead people get SNAP. 500,000 get food aid twice under same name. How are we going to fix the U.S. economy when we can't even fix this? Things are so broken. There's such a mess. And we're talking about paying debts down. We're talking about saving the U.S. dollar. We're talking about booming economies. We're talking about doing all this manufacturing, getting all these businesses back to the United States of America, getting everybody a good paying job. And over 5,000 dead people get SNAP, 500,000 get food aid twice under the same name. The system is so broken. It is so collapsed. How do you fix it when we can't even admit how bad it is? The damage is so bad. I think you have to let everything just implode. Let nature take its course. Let things collapse. Let it implode. You have to start over. And you have to just get rid of a lot of these systems. This just isn't working. It's unsustainable. It's just so corrupt, so dirty. Hell Turner radio show. Ukrainians told to burn chicken manure to heat homes as electric and heat out for winter. Russia to continue war. I think this war is pretty much over. I think that America should just step out of the way. There's no reason to be involved in this. We can't afford it financially. Morally, we just shouldn't be involved in it. And the more we get involved, the more we finance it, the more people lose their lives. And this is what we're supporting. Ukrainians told to burn chicken manure to heat their homes. And didn't Zelensky just buy a ranch somewhere? Correct me if I'm wrong. I read that in a couple places, have not verified that. But if it was true or not. but I'm reading that he just bought some massive ranch. Maybe it was here in the United States. I'm not sure. So this guy's buying real estate while his people are going to heat their homes with chicken manure. End this war now. Walk away, step away, and let this war come to an end. I will close with this last one. We got a couple more here. Very interesting. U.S. monitoring Russian ship operating in international waters near Hawaii. 15, I believe it was like 15 miles south of Hawaii. October 29th, this happened, just being reported. Coast Guard detected a Russian military vessel. That's a little ominous. That's a little worrisome. But as we continue to escalate things in Venezuela now, we continue to finance the war in Ukraine. What do you think is going to happen? You know, I think America is under the illusion that we can't be touched, that everybody's afraid of us, that nobody has military superiority like we do. Newsflash, China and Russia have lots of technology that is now succeeding what America has. Nuclear weapons, nobody has more than Russia. I was reading an article today on the technology that China has. It is absolutely mind-blowing. They are leaps and bounds ahead of us now, whether you want to believe that or not. This is who now we are poking. We're poking China. We're poking Russia. What's going on with the trade war with China? They're not backing down. They don't have to back down. They hold all the cards. They have all the pharmaceuticals. They have all the cheap gear that stocks the shelves at Kohl's and the Walmarts. They have all the aluminum, the plastics that we're so dependent on. They have everything that we need, the rare earth minerals that we need. Guess who owns them? China. We are literally subservient now to China, and this administration knows that. They have absolutely no leverage in winning a trade war with China. China holds all the cards. Oh, but they need America to buy stuff. There's 9 billion people on the planet. There are emerging markets. There are countries that are doing deals. There are the BRICS countries. The world's changing, ladies and gentlemen. They're going to push America out. They don't need 300 million buyers. There's billions of people out there to buy. And why do they need these monopoly dollars, this fiat currency, monopoly money? Do you think that they really want this money? They're taking this money and they're buying assets all over the world, spending it as fast as they can, buying gold with it as fast as they can. They're just trying to get rid of dollars as fast as they can because they know the dollar is on borrowed time. Explosive device, BBC. Explosive device damages restaurant near Las Vegas Strip. 2 men wearing all black. One got off of a motor scooter. They detonated an explosive at some restaurant. FBI and ATF are involved in the investigation. What's this all about? Who knows? Is it organized crime? Is it something more nefarious? Who knows? But wow, Vegas really has some weird stuff going on over the years, doesn't it? Really, really weird. But it's only a matter of time before we begin to see more of this across America. I was watching the Sean Ryan show months ago, and they had somebody in the intelligence industry talking about the players from all over the world, very bad people that are here, very well trained. You're going to see things like this take place in your country, the United States of America. America has never seen anything like this, but it's coming. We've let so many people in here, have no idea who they are, and you allowed organized military groups into America that want to do harm to this country. Be very, very careful, ladies and gentlemen. The news is not good. The economy is horrible. Our society is absolutely melting down. You're witnessing spiritual warfare every day now in America. Every minute you're watching spiritual warfare take place. I'm going to leave it there. Have a good weekend. Have a safe weekend. Maybe take a little time, add to your preps this weekend. I got to go get some food for the animals this evening. Take Turbo out for a little walk later. So we'll probably be out and about. But make sure that you're putting food away. Make sure you're putting food away for your animals, and make sure you're walking the walk. God bless. Take care. Yeah, if you've been asking about the guineas, they're doing really well. There they are. And we've got them out in the yard in a little hen house for right now. And 2 or 3 weeks, I'm going to release them out here. Fooey, don't do that. I'll release them out in the yard, but they're going to spend about another 2 or 3 weeks right here. And they'll be released. And the tortoises are doing really, really good. They're enjoying it out here. They have a big yard. They eat grass all day. We give them some other fruits and veggies, and they're enjoying it out here. Turbo's getting big.